Welcome to Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter. So for those of you that have already watched the first chapter on this channel, you've probably anticipated this. And at long last, after I don't know how many months, we are finally here. So let's go ahead and start. We'll pop this on normal. We will load the data. And wow, it's been a year? So, I think this was the last file. We'll see. Since I should have had perfect bracer points, we should be able to get all the rewards. But for those of you that may not recall what all happened since it's been a year apparently, Joshua has left Estelle, and we are going on a quest to rescue him, or retrieve him, or however you wish to think of it. Point thing is, we bring him back, kicking and screaming if need be. So bright. That felt good. I haven't slept like that since... Huh? Right, we stayed in the castle last night. Joshua and I were out enjoying the celebrations, then we had some ice cream on the way home. And then we all went to the dinner party. And then... No. This is Joshua's room. But I was staying in the same room as Shara. Was that all a dream? What? Joshua? And there's Shara. Good morning, sleepyhead. You took your sweet time waking up. Shara. Really, warn me the next time you are going to come back for the evening. I was getting a bit worried. Although, it looks to me like you and Joshua managed to talk about quite a bit. Shara, where's Joshua? What? Where's... I'm looking for Joshua. Shara, have you seen him? This is important. I haven't seen him yet this morning. No. But weren't you tired yesterday and stayed over in his room? He wasn't there when you woke up? What? What? Who did you hear that from? From Cassius, but what is that? From Dad. Okay, where's Dad then? Well, last I saw, he was heading up toward the garden terrace. But now what? The garden terrace. Okay, thanks, bye. Wait, Estelle, wait up. What on earth has gotten into her? Oh, goddess. The lovers reversed. So I don't know what all has changed between first to second chapter. I'm also not familiar with the controls anymore. We can't rotate the camera. I know we are going to be revisiting a lot of the old locales, so hopefully I can remember my way around to some degree. Okay, is this the way to the terrace? Sheriff said Dad went to the garden terrace. I have to find him. Okay, over here perhaps? Aha. Aha. Estelle. Dad. We have a problem. I know. Joshua is gone. What? How do you know about that? After getting back from the meeting last night, I found you asleep in one of our beds. He left a note on the nightstand as well. Between the two, I have a fairly good idea of what must have happened. Then... What the heck are you just standing around here for? We need to find Joshua fast before... Stop, Estelle. What? If he has truly gone to ground, even I have little hope of actually finding him. His skills are almost superhuman. When we fought 5 years ago, I was nearly killed by an 11-year-old. Okay, I only asked this once before, a long time ago, but who is Joshua exactly? Why did you bring him into our home? The Society of Ouroboros. Your answer begins there, with an organization few even know exists. They are an organization that seeks to manipulate the world from the shadows, led by a leader called the Grand Master. Josh was in their employ as an assassin when I first met him. I brought him home because it was his only chance to live free of them. Ouroboros. Even the Bracer Guild knows very little about them, and only top racers even learn of their existence. Given that the response of the public to the idea of Ouroboros' existence would be either panic or skepticism, we don't acknowledge them publicly. But they exist. There's no question of that, and they've had plans in motion for years. The recent coup is just one example of their machinations. Wait, you mean Lieutenant Lawrence? He was... Yes, we have absolutely no doubt he was another senior agent from the Society. Of course, we doubt he was acting as a lone wolf. He must have had support to accomplish what he did. Support like Joshua, for example. Wait, what? What the heck do you mean? He stated as much in his note. Over the past 5 years, Joshua has been passing along guild secrets to Ouroboros. He claims that he was under the influence of some sort of mental control and didn't even realize what he was doing himself. No, he wouldn't. Ouroboros' cunning is matched only by their malevolence. Stay away from them, Estelle. They're far too dangerous. Okay, I don't quite get all of this, but I want to make sure I'm hearing this right. You're saying we should abandon Joshua. Well, answer the question. I always knew this day would come. Even 5 years ago when I took him in, I knew we would someday reach this moment. He swore something to me the first day he actually accepted he could be part of our home. What did he... The moment he became a burden or a threat to us, the moment the Society contacted him or pursued him in any fashion, he would disappear from our lives, like a shadow dispelled by the sun, he once told me. What? What's that supposed to... Estelle, I understand how you feel. He was part of our family. It isn't easy to just say goodbye so suddenly. But there are some lines which a man can never bring himself to cross. Ever. So please, try to understand what you knew. You knew that Joshua might leave us someday and never said anything to me or did anything about it. You knew, and you didn't. I'm sorry, I hate you. Cassius. Sheriff? I'm sorry you had to see that. No, it's... Why do I get the feeling you're biting back a lecture? I stumbled into your life from a disaster of my own. You saved me just as you did Joshua. I understand what both you and Joshua must be thinking. Indeed. If I may make a single comment, though, from a woman's perspective, of course. At this point, you and Joshua are essentially the two most wretchedly miserable sons of dogs I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. Well, that could have been worse. No, just no way. Joshua wouldn't run away. You okay, miss? What are you doing out without an umbrella? You'll get soaked if you remain out in this mess. You should head on home. Home. Yeah, you're right. I should head home. Joshua must have headed home. He probably went right back home. Huh? Thanks, Mr. Guard. I'll head home right away. What was that all about? I swear I've seen her somewhere before. Wait, isn't that the girl who helped stop the coup? Second chapter. So once I'm in control, I'll go into more detail. My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes, I think it would have been better if we'd never met. The airliner Cecilia. I heard Joshua? He wishes he'd never met me? He said that. No, no, no. Ah, our new party member. Huh? Come on now, look at this clear blue sky. Feel the gentle kiss of the wind on your cheek. A lovely girl like you ain't allowed to be sad on a gorgeous day like this. It's an ideos too, you know? Wait a sec. I'm not dangerous. Well, okay, maybe I came across as... Anyway, you just caught my eye the moment you came aboard, you see. You seemed a little broken up over something, so I thought to myself, hey, I'll put a smile on her face with my overpowering charm. I don't quite get what you mean, but thanks, I guess. To be honest, this is what we usually call, putting the moves on. So, how about it? Want to head down to the lower observation deck? You can get drinks down there, too. I'd be happy to treat a new friend. What do you say? Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm sorry, can you just... I think I see how it is. Alright then, time to knock it off with the come-ons and put on the work face, eh? After all, it's my job to guide lost lambs like you. Your job. Darn right, look at this. The previously insensitive jerk held forth a medallion with a chalice engraved in the center. Isn't that the seal of the Septian Church? Bingo, this is the Grail emblem. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Kevin Graham. Looks and, moves aside, I really am a priest of the Septian Church. Wow. Wait, for real, or is this another joke? Why do you have to doubt me still? I'm a serious devoted priest, you know. I never miss the trinary prayers, and I always have my testaments right at hand. I think I left them on my seat, sorry. Yeah, that really helps your case there. You really are kind of a weirdo, Father. Laughter. Victory is mine. That's more like it. Cute girls like you deserve to smile. Anyway, if you want, I'll give you an ear in my official priestly capacity. No pickup lines, I promise. Adios, might be dead otherwise. Okay. But where do I even... Wait, hold on now. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry anyway. It's my and that's some sort of weird cry. Great goddess. Steady there, child. You've been keeping this bottle up for ages, haven't you? My shoulder is yours. Come on, cry it all out. I'm here. Not sure why I'm losing friend. Kevin, right? I'm sorry, that was pathetic of me. No big, seriously. My shoulder's always got room for a girl to cry on. So how about it? Feel a bit better now? A little. I'm Estelle Bright. A member of the Bracer Guild. Estelle, eh? Dang, even your name is cute. Hang on, you said the Bracer Guild? Yeah, I'm a newly minted senior bracer. Might be hard to believe after seeing me break down like that, though. No, not at all. Now that you mention it, you do look kind of loaded for bear. You, martial artist of some kind? I guess you'd call me that. I focus on staff combat. Though you said you're a priest, Kevin? I do appreciate the shoulder, but I gotta admit, you don't look much like any priest I know, or would trust usually. Through the chest, madam. Well, I'll admit that us wandering priests are sheep of a different color. Wandering what now? Well, okay. You know how there's villages and farms and whatnot without churches, right? My order heads at such places at set times each year and offers church services and teaches Sunday school. Think of it as home delivery churchening or something like that. I never knew there were priests like that, but it does make a lot of sense. And unlike church-bound priests, there's a lot of us who are more carefree about dress code. Church just kind of lets us do our thing, so... well, fair enough, I guess. So, Kevin, I guess you're off to some village somewhere? Not immediately. I actually only just arrived in Liberal, like, today. The High Seat dispatched me here since apparently there's not enough wandering priests around right now. Really? Okay, then. The High Seat. They mentioned that in Sunday school, but I don't remember where. It's in the holy city of Arturia, in the middle of the continent. Anyway, I figured I'd do a little bit of sightseeing before I went and reported my assignment to the Bishop of Gransel Cathedral. And, well, here I am. That seems just a bit irresponsible to me. You really are kind of a half-baked priest, aren't you? Hey, it's cool. I'll be checking out the places I'll be wandering to in advance. Besides, I got to meet a troubled and lovely young woman. This is surely a blessing from my Dios. Praise be to her name. Yeah, smooth recovery there. But, really, thank you, either way. Laying it all out helped me to clear my head a bit. Seriously, I'm being a ninny. I should trust Joshua. He won't do anything stupid. Who? Joshua is my brother. Sort of, in a sense. He disappeared suddenly, which has been a bit of a shock. Disappeared, huh? You mean he ran away from home? No. He just went back home ahead of the rest of us. I mean, he's family. He wouldn't just run off on his own. I see. Really, though, what was I thinking? Worst mistake ever, telling him how I felt, especially at that moment. Next time I see him, I'll have to make up some kind of excuse about that. Estelle? Huh? Well, like I was saying, I'm basically just a tourist without a plan or a clue right now, so... how's about I land with you in Roland and make sure you get home safely? What? So, like I said, new party member. Smell that fresh air. So this is Roland, huh? Gotta admit, though, it feels a bit like a backwater farming village with an airship dock dropped on it. Well, excuse the heck out of us for living in the boonies. At least we're big enough to have our own church, Mr. Totally pretending to be a holy man. Oh, I'd better go pay my respects over there once we're done. So, Estelle, which one of these fine boonie shacks is yours? Setting the boonie shacks bit aside, you really don't need to escort me home, you know. It's just outside town, and crying fits aside, I really am a bracer. I can take care of myself. Nah, don't worry about it. It's a duty of us real manly men to make sure a lady gets home safely. Besides, I'm looking forward to meeting this boyfriend of yours. Boyfriend isn't the term I think I'd use. Maybe. But fair enough, I guess. I'll fix you some tea or something when we get there. And I get free tea out of the deal. Victory again. Well, lead the way. So, he's not officially in the party just yet. Okay, the exclamation point marks the door. I will admit that I never went back to do all the achievements in the other games, especially since the big one was glitched. And sadly, you do have to find all the chests twice again in this game, so... we'll see how that works out. I have my doubts that'll work. But you never really know. Estelle? Hi, Alyssa. It's been a while, huh? It's been a while. Come on, you haven't been back since you went to Bose. Well, a lot kinda happened. Anyway, sorry if I worried you. I heard all about it. You became a full bracer and stopped Alan Richard, huh? You're so cool. Meanwhile, I'm finally allowed full run of the kitchen. Really? That's great. Come by and eat sometime. I'll treat you to my very super best. You bet your butt I will. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about the real topic. The who what? Don't play coy with me, Miss Bracer. You know, I'm talking about the total stud behind you. What happened to Joshua? It's not like that. Father Graham was just worried about me being alone, so he can't. Oh, so he was worried about you being alone, you say? It's not like that. I'm here to catch up to Joshua at home. Joshua. He went a little ahead of us. Did he? Oh well, fine. That's enough for one day. Unfortunately, I'm still on the clock, so come by again. Make sure you bring Joshua too. I bet I'll hear a lot more interesting stuff if you do that. I'm telling you, you have it all wrong. Huh? Oh yeah, Estelle. Tio really wants to see you, you know. The whole family does, really. So if I remember correctly, this is the... yeah, Red's Bracer Guild. Estelle, what's wrong? I thought you were going to be in Gransel for a while. Well, Joshua came home early, so I'm trying to catch up with him. He did? And I guess we can't set anything into motion until we actually go check out and see that Joshua isn't here. I think their house is over here, but like I said, I don't really remember. I'm probably gonna need to leave this on most of the time while I'm traveling because I have a horrible sense of direction. So this is your place, Estelle? It's got how to put this, a warm, homey feel to it. Yeah, I know. This place holds a lot of memories for me, for Dad, and for Joshua too. So I can see. You think Joshua's going to be just inside, right? Yeah, I'm sure he is. Come on in, I'll introduce you to him. He'll like you, I think. Man, who is this guy? The number he's done on her. Well, let's get this over with. Ideos, give her strength. Joshua, I'm home. You're back, right? That's weird. I'm sure he must be here. Maybe he's in Dad's study. Joshua? Wait, duh. It's possible he's in my room looking for something, right? Did I leave some underwear or something laying around? Hopefully he wouldn't be looking for that, but you never know. My room's clean, at least. Though Joshua probably wouldn't care about a few panties here and there. So... Joshua, I'm coming in, okay? Oh. Of course. Makes sense. I'm such an idiot. So your boyfriend's not here, huh? Maybe we missed him. He came back, then headed out to town for a bit, and we passed by each other without realizing. No. You've accepted it, then. I knew somewhere deep down, I knew he'd really left. There was no way he'd come back home for any longer than a few moments. Right. But this room was it. It was my last hope. I have no idea where else he could be, at all. So, this is the end. I'll never see Joshua again. Ever. Ain't it a bit early to be giving up that easily? In the end, the only one who knows whether we're destined to meet someone again, here or beyond, is Ideos herself. Just because you think fate's against you is no reason to give up. The question then, Estelle, is this. What do you think you can do about it? But... I don't even have any leads to follow. No leads at all? You sure? I don't know your boyfriend, of course, but nobody I know would disappear without some reason. Was there anything weird in how he talked or acted towards you recently? Or maybe something strange had been happening with him lately? Something only you, who'd been with him for so long, would pick up on. Hey. Those are going way too fast for me to read them to you. Of course. Joshua started acting weird right after I got back to that spot we were resting. What the? Why is my head fuzzy? Why can't I remember who I met along the way? I did meet someone. It was Alba, for those of you that don't remember. You okay? You went white as a sheet there. Yeah, I think so. Now I get it. Josh went off to stop the foul magician. But the person I met then was that magician. And that person was the one actually behind the coup and Colonel Richard's memory trouble. And that magician must still be planning something else in Liberal. But that means if I can stop him, as a bracer, maybe, just maybe. So you've realized what's going on. Dad? Shara? Why are you here? Sorry, Estelle. When we touched down, I took the liberty of contacting the Guild's Gransil branch on the sly. Oh. Estelle, honey, you scared the pants off of us running away like that. We were at the Gransil Guild House trying to find you when the call came in. We barely managed to catch a departing freightliner out here. I'm sorry. Just as Sherazard said, I'm glad you're safe, Estelle. Now then, Father Kevin, was it? I appreciate your contacting us. You have my deepest thanks for letting us know where Estelle was. Don't worry about it. My fault for butting into family matters, really. Dad, No, Estelle. The one who needs to apologize is me. It was nothing more than my ego talking when I told you to stay away from Ouroboros. I was simply forcing my opinion as a man and as your father onto you. Sherazard made the point quite clear on our trip over. Shara. Don't worry, Estelle, I'm completely behind you on this. In all honesty, I thought I'd prepared for this day a long while, but losing him is worse than I could have ever imagined. Thus, if nothing else, I wanted to keep you from walking the path of thorns which now lies before us. I couldn't bear the thought of you sharing Lena's fate, of you losing your life to protect someone else. But that is an insult, not just to you, but to your mother as well. I understand now, as terrified as the possibility still seems to me. Dad, I will be too busy with the work of rebuilding the military to act on my own. I fear that exactly why they will act now. This time, I really won't be able to help you, Estelle. Are you sure this is what you want? Yes. I know I've still got a lot to learn, but I don't see any other way. I'll do it. I'll put a stop to whatever horrible thing this Ouroboros has planned, and I'll bring Joshua back home. I see. And there's nothing more to say. As a bracer, and as an independent woman, do as you see fit. Dad. Well, no, there's one more thing I must say. Estelle, I'm counting on you. Bring back Joshua. Bring back my damn fool of a son, please. Right, piece of cake. I'll do it. I'll make sure we can all live in this house again. I will bring Joshua back, no matter what stands in my way. Prologue, Main's Resolve, second chapter. So for those of you that may have been looking forward to the intro, sorry, it's glitched out at the moment, so I can't show that. I'm just going to cut it out entirely. If I can find a Japanese translation, I will, well, I can do another sub-video like I did for the ending song of the first chapter. But otherwise, yeah, it's out of my hands. Sadly, that's one of the issues with these ports. They aren't always optimized, and some things suffer as a result. Not the first time I've seen this, sadly. Anyway, let's move forward. 2 months later. Midwest Lemuria. Le Mans State? I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced. Wow. Lilockley Canyon Bracer Guild Training Grounds. Here I come, analysts. Blazing Barrage. That is pretty hot, but now it's my turn. 8-leaf Blitz. Oh, I'm not done yet. Can't keep this up, so... What the? You're mine. KO. Yikes, are you okay, Analyst? I didn't mean to hit that hard. No, I'm okay. I've blocked it, mostly. You sure got me good with that one, though. Guess I can't rely on that one move as my win button anymore, huh? It was just luck, really. Besides, I gotta give back a little of what I've been taking. You've really been throwing yourself into this, Estelle. If you've got enough energy left for smack talk, let's do one more set. Come on. You're on. Well, you two certainly have a lot of energy this morning. Phyllis, good morning. Morning, Phyllis. Good morning, Estelle, Alice. I was going to call you two to breakfast, but I suppose you'd rather beat the stuffing out of each other instead of getting stuffed, huh? Breakfast, right. What do you think, Alice? Beat stuffing or get stuffing? That is a choice, isn't it? We'd be wasting a perfectly good breakfast if we didn't eat, so... Phyllis, you wouldn't happen to know where Kurt is, would you? Kurt said he had to prepare some things for today's training, so he went on ahead. He made it sound like he had some pretty hard things lined up for you two today. Oh, great. He really said that? Mm-hmm. And he told me to make sure you both ate a good breakfast. Come in and eat, you two. Something tells me you'll be wanting it later. Didn't realize how hungry I was. Hope it isn't a bad idea to eat this much just before practice, though. Yeah, Phyllis's cooking is extra super yummy. Plus, Kurt's got something big planned, so I doubt we'll get a lunch break, you know? Yeah, good point. We need to keep our strength up to train, after all. Man, though, it's already been 3 weeks since I came here. Feels like it's passed by in the blink of an eye. Well, you really threw yourself into it, Estelle. Training with you has done me a lot of good, too. Thanks, Annalise. That means a lot. I gotta admit, though, while I'm glad Kurt agreed to train us, I really didn't expect for you to be here training with me. Well, I've only been a senior bracer for like half a year. I'm really still a newbie myself, to be honest. So when Shara told me the whole deal with you and the training and stuff, I thought, perfect. Kurt and the others had mentioned this place before, and I'd wanted to come anyway, so when I heard you were coming, well, that makes sense. You know, thinking about it, the guild owning something like this makes me realize just how big the guild is. When Dad first told me about it, I didn't realize how big a thing it'd be. As I said, Estelle, I have no intention of stopping you. To be honest, however, you are no match for the Society, especially against their deadliest agents. You simply lack the skills. So I have a suggestion. Would you like to go to Lilac? Or Lilackley? Huh? Lilackley? It's a training ground run by the Bracer Guild near the international headquarters in the Le Mans state. Its base is set within a canyon that contains a number of difficult training facilities, covering skills of all kinds. Runes investigation techniques, ranger tracking and survival skills, counter-terrorist operations. It is, bar none, the finest place on the continent for teaching practical bracer skills. Wow, I never knew there was a place like that. But it's in Le Mans, isn't it? So it's outside the country? But I don't think I can leave Liberal right now. Well, it's in a foreign country, yes, but it's only 1 day by airship. The train period lasts for about a month, I believe. If anything new comes up while you're there, we'll send for you right away. How does that sound? Well, I recommend it, but the decision is yours. You needn't answer today. Take some time to think it over. No, I've decided. I'll take the training. Oh my. Excellent. You sound rather determined. I get the feeling you've been thinking about something like this for some time. Sorta. To be honest, looking back, I've just been relying on Joshua this whole time. Whenever something happened, Joshua would always guide me to the answer. But now I have to rely on my own judgment. So yes, I want to retrain myself at this Lockley place. Oh, Estelle. I see. Then we'll file your application to attend tomorrow. Roland's guild branch will have everything we need for it. Okay then, tomorrow. Say, Estelle, once we're done with that, let's hop back over to the department store in Gransel for a minute. Department store? Why? Well, I haven't gotten you your senior bracer present yet. And you, I think, are going to need some new on-the-job clothes. Yeah, it kind of surprised me, too. Speaking of your folks, those clothes were a present from Shara, right? You're so lucky. I wish Shara would buy me clothes, especially cute stuff like that. Yeah, they were. I mean, they're tough and all, and they're nice and light and easy to move around in, but I don't know if colors this girly are really my thing. What? Are you kidding? You look great. Way better than that old red outfit of yours. Remember, we may be bracers, but we're girls too. Fashion is important. No, because we're bracers, we have to look great. It's our duty. Alice? I've got it, Estelle. A hair ribbon. You look great with one. How about it? I should have a spare somewhere. I'll pass, thanks. In fact, I couldn't help but notice. You're kind of a fan of cute things, aren't you, Alice? Well, yeah, cuteness is justice. It's the law. I mean, okay, I totally get the appeal of cool, older women like Shara, but there's nothing, not a thing, that can beat a young girl who's dressed up all cute. And whenever I see a teddy bear or stuffed animal, I just want to hug it to death, and... if she ever met Tita, she'd probably faint. But, you know, you've changed a lot since I first met you. Okay, I'm losing frames randomly. Well, when we first met way back when, you had this real, I'm a naive, innocent newbie air about you. And you still have that air of newbiness around you. Now it seems like you've got some steel in your soul, I guess. It's pretty incredible if you ask me. Alice, cut it out with the flattery. Don't get so embarrassed, I meant it. Besides, you make me want to work harder. Can't let a young upstart like you take my cutest and best bracer ever title. Really? Anyway, shouldn't we be getting to practice soon? Yeah, it's about time, I guess, huh? Let's go back to our rooms and get ready. See you in a bit. Jeez, she's like a ball of energy. I'm so glad to have her with me, though. Alright, gotta step by my room and get my stuff together. So you can see Estelle's new clothes. Whether or not they're improvement, that's entirely up to you. Estelle, satisfied? I'm stuffed. So good I couldn't help but eat a little too much. That's good. Today will be a big lesson that'll wrap up your training here, apparently. Put your best foot forward, alright? I will. Estelle, good morning. You and Alice are really going at it. I could hear you from in here. My workshop's still not open, but I'll be ready before you have to head out. We can do orbit tuning or whatever you need then. No one else down here, so we'll head upstairs. Don't know which room is Estelle, so we just have to barge into each and every one of them one by one. Door is locked. Estelle, already done? It's just about to head to my room. Better get ready fast then. See you in a bit, Estelle. Okay, this is her room, you can tell by the staff. Okay, this is crit practice we're talking about, so let's assume I'll need everything, kitchen sink included. It'll be just like real combat, so I'll have no idea what to expect. How many pairs of shoes did she bring? Whoa. Estelle took the harmonica out of her bag. Okay, I'll do my best today too, I promise. Packed away Joshua's harmonica. Equipped brake rod. Equipped enhanced leather. Reinforced boots. 1,000 meters. Alright, that's everything. Next stop, the entrance. Holy crud, why am I losing frames? I'm gonna go on a limb and say the game probably is still far from optimized. First, go hear what Kurt has to say, has something he wants to give you. Take a seat. Good, you're here. Well then, let's begin. Please take the seat across from me. Seat's next to mine. Today, I want you and Analyst to cover ruins exploration. We'll be heading to the Ballstar Channel, which is west of the lodge. The Ballstar Channel? Well, kind of a strange name, but it's another train facility, right? Yes, that's exactly it. It's an old aqueduct from the Middle Ages that the Guild repurposed. Several of its defense mechanisms are still operable, plus quite a few monsters have made it their nest. Traps and monsters, huh? Yep, that sounds like practice Kurt style to me. So let's head off to this aqua thingy. Hold a moment before we leave. I want you to take a look at these. Kurt produced a pair of strangely configured ornaments. What? This is... looks like a combat ornament, but it's all weird. Correct, this is a new model combat ornament. You know, of course, of the Epstein Foundation, which develops combat ornaments, among many other orbital technologies. This is a new kind of combat ornament developed by the Foundation and supplied to the Guild mere weeks ago. So you can see they have an additional slot compared to previous ornaments for a total of 7. As a result, this should allow for utilization of new, more powerful combat arts. Whoa, that's incredible! Heck yeah, it is. These will make us awesome. So don't be stingy, Kurt. Make it with the goodies. Yes, if you wish, the Guild will provide each of you with one for free. However, there is, as you may expect, a catch. The circuit architecture within these ornaments is radically different from your current combat ornaments. As a result, your old quartz crystals are not compatible with these new ornaments whatsoever. You'll need to obtain new revised quartz. What? But that mean that all the quartz we made up until now are worthless? I'm afraid so, yes. It will be a hassle, but you'll need to rebuild your quartz collection from scratch if you use these. No way. This is a hard choice. Can we keep using our current ornaments? You could, but I don't recommend it. These new ornaments are superior models in every way. Their maximum EP potential is higher, and the high-end new quartz they can accept have impressive capabilities. In the long term, they will grant you increased physical abilities. And most importantly, the arts they can construct are far beyond what your current ornaments are capable of. Estelle, you recall our good friend, Lieutenant Lawrence, I assume. What? Lawrence, yeah. Don't think I could forget about him if I wanted to. Cher told me about a certain bizarre art he used against you. A terrifying attack that lashed out your entire team and clouded your minds. As it happens, this ornament can manifest an art exactly like that with the current chord combination. It's been dubbed Silver Thorn. Silver Thorn. Wait, hang on a sec here. Wouldn't that mean that red uniform bozo had one of these new model ornaments 2 months ago? A scary thought, but it's very possible. The implications of which are... well, for now I must know. Will you accept the new ornaments? Man, this is so tough. With a bit of work it'd make us awesome, but right now it'd be a nasty drop in power. I'd like the new model, Kurt. What? Lawrence, or whatever his name is, beat us away like a tiger swatting at a playful cub. I know a new ornament will make me innately stronger, but this could give me even the tiniest edge. I'd like to master it. So please. Estelle? Yeah, you're right. Like I said, Kurt, fork over the goodies. Very well. Go ahead and take them. Now we have our new ornaments. Also, take these. Receive various kinds of sepith. That should be enough to synthesize a basic selection of quartz. Robert's stationed at the workshop there in the corner, so he'll be able to help you prepare some quartz. Incidentally, your bracer notebook should also cover all the new quartz and arts available. Might not be a bad idea to skim through it before talking to him. Sure, we'll do that. In addition, today's practice is likely to be, long duration, shall we say. I would recommend bringing some food just in case. Right, food. You just talked to Phyllis about that, right? Correct. Talk to Robert and Phyllis for anything you need before we head out. Estelle, before I forget, these are for you. Glove gear, celestial balm, emergency puppet, luck quartz. These are shiny, and it looks really high quality too. Yes, they're all quite valuable. The quartz naturally is for your new ornament. Think of them as the reward from the guild for your successes as a junior bracer. Thanks. Now then, I shall wait for you outside the lodge. Come see me once you're ready. So in case you're wondering, those things he just gave me are the rewards for the bracer points from the first game. Since I had a perfect score, I got all the way up to the luck quartz, and I'll show those off in a moment. Estelle, let's go get ready. Right, let's talk to Phyllis and Robert. You may now access your senior bracer notebook. It contains information about jobs, events, ordnance, item tabs, book category, bracer notebook. So, Kurt's going to be working you to the bone again, is he? Here, let me show you how to prepare some nice clean water for yourselves out in the field. Recipe book, Nature's Bounty recipe. Don't forget the ingredients, dears. It's like, we can just throw this stuff in a pot to cook up a meal, right? Well, yeah, so what you have will cover most basic cooking, but you can only get some ingredients by defeating monsters. Gathering all the ingredients for those is a bit dangerous, needless to say. Yeah, tell me about it. There are some weird recipes out there. Kind of takes those who don't eat to a whole new level, huh? Your bracer notebook will have a more detailed explanation of cooking. Make sure to look it over. Good luck with your training. Thanks, Phyllis. We'll try not to burn anything down when we cook stuff. You learn recipes by eating meals at bars or eating to-go foods that you purchase or find. Once you have the recipe, you can make the thing anytime. I think there is an achievement for finding all the recipes again. So right here we have the first issue of Liberal News. I'm gonna go ahead and grab an herb sandwich. We have Nature's Bounty already, so I'm not going to bother with that. As for the miscellaneous ingredients, I'm going to leave these alone until I actually have the recipes for them. I don't know how scarce money is, so I'm gonna play things a little safe. Looks like you two picked up new model combat ordnance. Did you already go over the list of new quartz in your notebooks? Fundamentals aren't much different, but some things have had their attributes adjusted in the Switch, so give it a look. Now, before we get started, how about a quick overview? If you need a refresher on anything, how your ordnance work, ask away. Upgrading slots. Or simply potent, there's a catch. Circuitry is going to require adjustments to slots. Upgrades will also increase maximum EP, that's all the same. Need Sepith, but it's worth it. What? So I can't do anything with the new slots? Okay. So, I don't really care for the tutorial. I was hoping to actually be able to do stuff with my ordnance. Yeah, you want to make sure you can use healing arts, you need the blue ones. First we'll look at Estelle slots. I'm not going to bother with Analyst right now, simply because I don't know if she'll be sticking around. Insufficient Sepith. Wow, I can't upgrade anything. So, we'll go for the quartz itself. We have enough for the HP one exactly. This will give you the healing move, by the way. I'm not a fan of that whole defense -1 thing. I do want the time one, though. Let's grab this one. And I need to figure out how to save. So that's the recipe book. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put the break here now that we've completed the prologue, or at least the very intro, and we'll move into the prologue in the next part. But that's a wrap for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.